What's up guys, it's Dragonite here, welcome to a new video, and today I'm going to be playing Legends of Runeterra. I'm going to split this video in three parts. So the first one is going to be about what the game is, then I'm going to show you how to play, or teach you if I'm good enough, and then I'm going to show you how to win new cards, because that's the essence of a card game. I might do a second video regarding the types of cards, spells and their effects, so basically diving a little bit deeper into the game. If you want that, put something down below in the comments and smash the like button, and then I'll know that that video is actually necessary. But without further ado, what is Legends of Runeterra? Legends of Runeterra is basically a card game. It's free to play and has been developed by Riot Games, so we can no longer do the meme of Riot Game. And if I'm not mistaken, the game has been released to open beta on the 24th of January, so about 2 to 3 weeks ago at the time I'm recording this video. And I gotta say, card games usually are a lot similar, and Legends of Runeterra is actually similar to past card games that I've played, mainly Hearthstone and Yu-Gi-Oh! But I gotta be honest, it works out. The developers of the game in the multiple dev blogs that have been released since the game has been announced, they made it pretty clear that their intention was to put every single piece of the puzzle that made a good card game together and create Legends of Runeterra. And I gotta say, the end result is actually very nice. But enough with the small talk, let's jump into action and I'll show you how to play Legends of Runeterra. This card game is based on turns, like many others, and in these turns you're going to have to attack or defend depending on if it is your turn to attack or not. To know if you are going to attack or defend, you need to look at this little sword right here, and that basically means that you can initiate an attack. The game starts just like Hearthstone. You get cards, and this number on a blue sphere means what is the cost of the card, and I'm not sure if it is mana. It's mana. Yes, it's mana. And well, a card that has one wastes 1 mana, and there you go. You play the cards into the field.
Never see me coming.
And then you have your units. Your units can attack, and your units can also defend. Of course, there are cards that have multiple effects. For example, this card that my opponent has is an elusive, or currently has the effect of being elusive. That means that this unit can only be blocked by an elusive unit, and I don't have one. If he were to attack me, I couldn't defend myself with this character, with this unit. Well, let's just do it.
This one's trouble.
Now, what's gonna happen is that they clash together, and considering the attack and defenses, they can kill each other or not. Now it's my opponent's turn to attack, so that means that I'm going to defend. Unfortunately, I think that I do not have any 2-cost cards. That means I cannot defend. So yeah, I'm just gonna take 3 damage to the face. This crystal right here is an axis. It basically represents my HP. When this falls to 0, I lose, and I hope that doesn't happen because I'm playing against a computer. Well, now, there's something that I should talk about before we go a little bit deeper into the game. There are cards that are, let's say, organized in terms of rarity. You can see right here that this card has a green crystal on the bottom. This has a purple one, and there's also a blue one, by the way, and then you have Braum. If you play League of Legends, you'll know that Braum is a champion, so it would be safe to say that this card is much rarer than the others, and that's the case. When the cards have a yellow hexagon or a yellow crystal right here, that means that they are very rare cards, and usually they have a special effect, which is they can evolve. In this case, Braum evolves when he has survived 10 total damage. When he evolves, it transforms into this card that has a different effect. In this case, when it survives damage, it summons a Mighty Poro, which is this card. So basically, you can see that I'm not doing this with editing. This game actually allows you to explore all the options that the card has, and you actually are very fast to learn every single effect that the card has, because it shows every card that is related to it.
You'll thank me later.
Well, anyway, it's now my turn to attack, and if he allows me to, exactly. Now, one thing that is very important. Braum needs to survive 10 total damage, and for that I need to consider his effects. The first one is his challenger, which means that when I attack with Braum, I can drag an opponent unit to block my attack. So, let's say if Braum attacks, I can choose any of these units, and they're gonna clash with Braum. Then later, if this attack were to happen, Braum would suffer 2 damage. And then on the next round, considering his regeneration effect, Braum would heal fully to 5 HP again. This is basically the best synergy that you can have with a card or unit that needs to survive a lot of damage. Well, I have chosen my opponent and we'll clash. Things are not looking good for me, by the way. But as you can see, Braum regenerated, and now he is 8 damage off to evolve.
Watch your branches.
Damn, he has a lot of damage here. Wow. Wow, okay. Eesh, I need something to clear the board. Let's see.
I've got these. Remember the plan.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna block this card, which has 4 attack, and I think that I'm going to maybe block this one,
back, not... Wait.
so that I can get plus 3 attack. Yeah. He's actually smashing me.
Worthy of the
What? I'm 7 HP now. Okay, what am I gonna do?
Patience.
Okay.
First we fight.
I need 4 damage.
Good
Let's
luck.
choose this
Have
one.
fun.
The Scar Maidens will know my name.
Actually, I'm gonna use this. This card allows me to... all my cards this turn are going to have challengers, so I can choose which unit blocks and which unit doesn't. So I'm gonna choose... No. I'm gonna choose this card. And I'm gonna choose this card. This might seem a little bit messy at first, but the best thing that you can do is to actually play the game. Then it gets a lot simpler, and with time you'll eventually dominate this game. So try it out.
You'll soon understand my methods.
Okay.
Stand behind, bro. Over there.
You'll regret when I make this.
Okay, I think this is good. Oh. That's not good. Oh, it costs 7 again. That's bad. And then Braum evolves. Since he suffered the 10 damage that he needed to,
Walked around.
now he's evolved. Okay. I think we're on to something good.
Let's show our friends this door. Ha! This is fun, yes? How did that move go? My sweet button!
One thing that you have to have in consideration is that in the middle of the game there are 2 types of mana that you can use. If I wasn't clear enough, your mana is shown on the right, and each round you have an extra mana. So in the first round you have 1, in the second round you have 2, and there you go. But there are 3 slots right here which are spell mana. Basically it means that if you haven't spent mana in the end of a round, let's say you have 1 unspent mana, the next turn you're going to refresh the mana, so you're going to receive that same amount plus 1, but the mana that you didn't spend are going to be kept right here, and you can use it only for spells. So if I were to use this, it would consume these 3 mana, and now... Holy crap, I just I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I just waited 3 mana, but at least you now know what happens. Oh my god. Well,
It is easy
well, I
to
didn't
see.
spend 6 mana, so you're going to see it now. These 6 mana are going to transform into 3, and I'll just receive the mana as normal. This was very stupid for a tutorial video. Okay, he's not going to attack. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I can annihilate him.
Time for talking to.
This is a very important thing. In the beginning of a round, each player has a chance to play a card. So let's say if I wanted to play this card, I could play it and then my opponent would answer. However, a very common tactic that I use is when I have a full board of cards, I can immediately attack and I don't give any opportunity for my opponent to use his cards. So that means that he's not going to be able to put any more defenses on his board. He can only use spells, and if it doesn't have a spell, well, then I guess it's a GG. And there you go. That's Legends of Runeterra for you. Of course that this game was against an artificial intelligence, so I wasn't expecting it to be as big of a challenge as it was. But I actually nearly got dropped, so I'm gonna shut up for now. But that concludes the second part of the video, which revolves around how to play the game. Of course that this was highly superficial, and there are multiple strategies that you can implement, but that's the basics. You have attack turns, defense turns, and you can play your cards, considering the amount of mana you have, the spell mana, and everything. I can dig deeper into the game's mechanics, mainly the cards' effects and the synergies in a future video. However, this is targeted at a noob audience. Sorry if that's an insult. So if you want me to explain a little bit more in depth how you should play the game, or how to better play the game, then I can do that video. But now we're going to address the third part of the video, which revolves around how to win new cards. These are all the cards that you can have in this game, which are a lot. And how do you win those? Well, if you were playing another game, probably the answer would be you waste money. Legends of Runeterra doesn't have that same mentality, if you can say that. Every day, I already finished my quest, but every day you get XP, and with the experience, what you get is basically you climb on a certain, well, progress ladder, and that same progress ladder can be, or you have this progress throughout every single region, which is basically a class of the cards. And you have Shadow Isles, Piltover and Zon, Noxus, Ionia, Freljord, and Demacia. There are multiple cards that are exclusive to one another, and at the moment I'm currently leveling up on my Freljord cards, because that's the faction of my deck. And as you climb, you get these rewards, and I'm not sure if I can see how much experience I need, but yeah, you'll eventually climb up. That's not all. Of course, that is, for example, I'm gaining a wild capsule next. I'm going to receive cards, I'm going to receive charge, which is basically the trade currency of the game. But that's not all. Every single week there's something that it's called the weekly vault. It works on the same basis as the capsules that I showed you previously. You need to level up, you need to play games, you get experience, and with that same experience, you level up on the weekly vault. Every Tuesday, you unlock the vault and you get cards. At the moment, I'm sitting on 1 gold chest and 2 silver ones. In the previous week, I think that I reached a level in which I had 3 platinum chests, so yeah. Honestly, it wasn't that much of a deal, because I don't think I earned that very good cards, but it's definitely an upgrade, considering that in every single game, in every single card game up until this point, you had to pay a lot of money to get the cards that are remotely okay, and with this game, you don't even to spend a single dime. So yeah, guys, I think that for an introduction video, this is everything that needs to be said. Of course, that I'm not convinced that after this you're going to be a master of Legends of Runeterra. Neither am I. But if you want, just like I said, I can't stress this enough. If you want me to dig deeper into the game, just tell me so, and I can explain you how the faction work, every single class of the cards, the types of cards and spells, and yeah, and in which situation to use those. So I hope you like it. I hope that this video sparkles your interest in Legends of Runeterra, because I think that it is actually a pretty decent game. And if you have any doubts, don't be shy. Put it in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. Well, guys, this has been everything. I hope to see you for my next video, and take care.